Welcome back, dear devotees. Starting with the Omkar, starting to welcome each one of you, spiritual aspirant and the taker of the journey, to make a difference. That the sensual attraction which is taking us outward is how you and I have been made. Our senses are just taking us outwards. Today's session is the purpose of meditation. Why should we meditate? Because the purpose is not understood, so we are scattered. And just like a monkey jumping from one tree to the another, to the one branch to the another branch. And if you look carefully, if you have observed the monkey, there was a birthing, when we went down to recently to Ibni, and we noticed in Kunur that lots of monkeys, and they're generally scattering around, traveling from one tree to another or one branch to another in the one tree, but in the similar level, not going up. Our purpose is to keep going up and up and up. Our mind is like that. And purpose of the meditation is what you and I need to understand. So towards which there's a beautiful stotra by Shankaracharya. He says, Sankhya tamam valam nasti, yoga tamam jnanam, Sankhya tamam jnanam nasti. The knowledge of Sankhya is the highest in the world, and yoga tamam valam nasti. What does it mean? Sankhya over here is, as it is explained in Bhagavad Gita, is the knowledge of self. We have been discussing a lot and doing lots of sessions, and we have to keep on doing it till you and I attain that one single mindfulness understanding that we are not this body, we are not this mind, we are something else, we are something very special. And yoga tamam valam nasti. There is no power in the universe which is as strong as the yoga. Which is this yoga? Today we will not talk about the Sankhya. Sankhya is the knowledge of the self. Not the Sankhya yoga. Sankhya in the Bhagavad Gita means knowledge of self. We are not getting into that. We are talking about yoga tamam valam nasti. What does this yoga mean here? It means the power of concentration. The difference between the successful people and not successful people, as per given down by Swami Vivekananda in Raja Yoga, is the power of concentration. Those people who are more successful than others, they have more power of concentration. The people who are extremely successful and have attained the highest goal in their life are the highest power of concentration. This concentration power is generally, you and I say, if I'm concentrating on something and suddenly come from my mobile, ting, it's to distract my mind away. And this is what the digital media is doing today, whether it's the Instagram or the Facebook or all this. Each one of them are just wanting to attract our attention. And this distractions is what is getting them money. But you know what? Something which you and I didn't know till I understood this and learned it from the recent research, that if your mind gets away from a topic just for a fraction of a second, just for one look, maybe how much? 5 seconds, 30 seconds? To get it back into the topic and understand, it takes 12 minutes. This is the study of the world today. And this is what the digital media is actually encashing on. And what do they say? In the world, when you say free of cost, or buy one, get two, or buy one, get three, the moment it says that whatever is coming to you free, actually they are buying your attention and selling you. You are the product. The moment it comes free, meaning you are the product. But meaning they're grabbing something from you, and that's your attention. So this is the concentration, is the power, which is what they're talking about. Today, the world's top people, once they concentrate on something, they cannot deter. You and I think, we generally think, that if I'm doing something to break the monotony, that is boring, I should change the topic. Like we do, eating something, eat something else and then come back. No. As per the research and as per ancient yoga, including Patanjali Yoga Sutra, tells you that if you focus on one thing and stay totally focused, you cannot get bored. And you know what causes boredom? Boredom causes the moment you shift from one thing to the other and other to the other, just like the monkey going from one branch to the other to the other. Our intention is what? Through the meditation is that power of concentration, increase it so that the monkey doesn't go from one branch to the other or sideways. Monkey is our thoughts in the mind. Is to make it rise higher and higher and higher in the same tree. So in the mindfulness meditation, we do lots of processes. Like a count is set up, like anchoring the mind, the thoughts to the breath, anchoring it to the breath. Or as you're breathing in and breathing out, anchoring to the movement of the belly. Breathing in, the belly is expanding. Breathing out, the belly is contracting. With that, so what happens? Yoga tamam balam nasti. You get the ultimate power. For what? Success. How? You all might have noticed this, which I had sent it to all of you. The Aladdin's water lamp is in you and me. Aladdin's water lamp, if you rub it, a genie comes up and says, Hukum karo, tell me, master, what is your wish? That Aladdin's wonder lamp is inside you and me. And what is that? There's an entire universe. I'm going a slightly different way, but coming straight to the point, slightly different, to create an interesting detour for you. The entire universe outside vanishes the moment you are not conscious. Supposing you're not conscious right now, you cannot see me, you cannot hear me. You cannot learn anything, you cannot do anything. What do anything? You cannot even sleep. You will be unconscious, in coma. You're not sleeping, you're just unconscious. Even to deep sleep, where your mind is not working as per Mandakya Upanishad, your thoughts are not working, but you need your consciousness. How do we know that? Because when you get up from deep sleep, you say, no, I had a wonderful sleep. If your mind was not there, thoughts were not there, then what told you that you had a wonderful sleep? Dear travelers of the path of self-realization in yoga, it is that consciousness. And that consciousness is the Aladdin's wonder lamp inside of you. And that consciousness, as per the ancient yoga, as per the modernized method, is called Aladdin's wonder lamp. What does it do? All you have to do during this meditation, I've shared with you all in the last Sundays and the Sunday before that plant the seed what you want. You know something? You are very rich with the power within you. And you and I are born lucky, extremely lucky, because we do not realize the power of our thoughts used properly. Use that power of thought, just like the Aladdin wonder lamp. You have to say something to the wonder lamp, no? You have to rub it and give your order. Order that consciousness, plant the seed, and just watch it happening. Don't try to work out the detail. How is it going to happen? Me, I'm from a middle class family. I'm from a poor family. I have enough. Okay, you have enough, you're rich. But what stops you from getting richer? Somebody might argumentatively say, I don't want to get richer. Great, go ahead. But get the money and give it away to the people. Use it for the welfare and the service of the people. And how do you do that? Just learning to not gather, grab, not being greedy, just abundance. No shortage. Like, there is no shortage of air. There is no shortage of water. There is, if you're in the ocean, yes, you cannot drink it, but the water, there is no shortage. Just like that, there is no shortage of the consciousness in the entire universe and within you. You and I do not understand that. So, definition of the yoga in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra goes ahead and said, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Cessation, yoga is the cessation of the modification of the mind. What is modification of the mind? It is the thoughts, the ideas, the emotions, the desires, the anger, the jealousy, the greed. I love it, I don't like it, I hate it, I love it. These are called modification. So yoga is the cessation of the modification. It stops the modification, the ripple. What's the advantage? You take a lake. It has got a lot of ripples. Wherever there is ripple, there is water a little muddy because it churns up the mud. You can't see bottom down there. As per Sankhya, you and I are not our body, not our mind. But who are we? It's that consciousness, Chaitana, which is deep down. You cannot see it if the mind or thoughts are muddy. Mind is disturbed. You cannot see. Tvada drishti swarupa avasthana. Then, when it is calm, crystal clear, mind is calm, thoughts are absolutely cessation of thoughts. You can see deep down, tada swarupa. You see your own, who you really are. Tada drishti. You see swarupa, your true nature, avasthana, how you exactly are. This modification of the mind, how do we seize it? It is not an easy process. It is, but the mindfulness meditation, as per Kashmiri Shaivism meditation, as per Vedanta meditation, as per Patanjali Yoga Sutra meditation, they all have different process. But you know something beautiful for dear devotee, beloved spiritual travelers, co-travelers. One thing is common, and that is power of attention, power of concentration. Learning how to enhance that. That the mindfulness, that what does it do? This meditation does lots of great things. Like it boosts immunity. You don't fall sick. I don't remember falling sick more than 50, 60 years. I don't have, and I not only don't have no knowledge of sickness, I'm absolutely fearless. And who's I? Hey, I am as much as you are, and so is everybody. Only thing, with the divine grace and Babaji's blessing and the Guru's guidance and the Divine Mother's blessing, we come to know this little bit. So, cessation of pain. People suffer from pain. As per Buddha, he says, imagine an arrow is shot at a man. The man is hurt. That arrow is what the world is thrown at you. Little distraction, suffering, people causing pain to you. But Buddha says that is not the major. The major pain comes the second arrow. Another arrow comes and strikes you. So what the world throws at you is the first arrow. Buddha goes ahead and says it's the second arrow which causes 70 to 80% of the pain. What is that second arrow? Is our worries, our thinking, our imagining. If this pain comes in, I cannot go out. I'm a cancer patient. I cannot do this. Oh my God, my hair is going to fall. Oh my God, I'm going to die. Oh my God, how will I contend with my pain? Worries about all this. Similarly, another cancer patient goes ahead and becomes world's best painter. We just had. So what is it? Very simple. That second arrow, you can close it. Buddha was asked, you were saying you will take away the suffering. How are you taking away the suffering? You are aging. You became sick the other day. The Buddha goes ahead and said, the first arrow, nobody can stop. Because you are born, you will age, you will die. Your mind can get controlled of by this process, what we are teaching you. But the biggest benefit allows you to observe your thought. Remember, we talked about let it come, let it be, let it go. Let the thoughts come. Let the thoughts be. Don't put your mind into it. The moment you put your mind into it, you had it. Mind will take you for a ride. And let it go. Supposing we are doing meditation on a Sunday. Just imagine, you all have been here. That door opens and somebody comes in. A neighbor walks in. And he sees all of us are sitting and meditating. What will he do? He will say, oh, sorry. He will close the door and go away. Isn't it? That's what will happen to your thoughts. That's what will happen to that ripple disturbance. Mind is a very good servant, but a very poor master. If you allow the mind to rule you, you and I had it. We are going in for a journey. So the purpose of meditation is self-realization. Tada drishti sarupa avasthana, to know who we really are. And meditation is the stepping stone to enlightenment. Enlightenment meaning just find out who am I. We are going ahead for a great journey and continue to deal with more of these steps of the meditation we will practice. Meditation, how does the modification of this mind helps us in self-realization? It calms the mind, the meditation. It creates a gap between you and the mind. Me and the mind? Yeah, because you're not the mind. I'll give an example. Imagine I show you this glass. See the glass. Is it an experience? You said yes. Who's experiencing it? You say I. Who's I? You will say my eye is picking it up. Eye is feeding to the mind through the brain. My mind. Think. Now close your eyes. Imagine that glass full of water with your eyes closed. Who's experiencing it? You think it is the mind. Mind cannot do anything unless it is lit up. Remember our earlier session? By the consciousness. Then only. How? See, if I am unconscious, that consciousness is not lighting up the mind. I cannot observe the world. If I'm in coma, my consciousness is totally almost zero. Zero meaning I'm dead. Not really zero, but almost zero when I'm in coma. I cannot see the world. So that consciousness lights up the mind. So with this, if you tap in through this process and get on to that world where you are in line, Swarupa Avasthana, with your consciousness, you can do anything. We will go over the techniques once again. on this coming Sunday. The power of the meditation is to power to attain anything in the world. Remember, don't try to work out the detail. Leave the detail to the universe. The universe is the consciousness. Consciousness is the universe. And that's within you. And we are searching for success in the material world out there. And we are working hard. But what did the great masters, Vivekananda, Patanjali, Shankaracharya say? That they didn't know Aladdin Wonderlamp. They said it is within you. And that consciousness, you plant the seed with a calm mind. That seed will, in the power of a thought, will germinate and will bring whatever you desire, whatever you wish in your life. Have enough, have abundance, give it away to the people. One thing, if you want this system to proceed and give you abundance of the universe, abundance of the world, purify your mind. How do I do that? Start practicing it. One of them, very powerful, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. Satyam, truth. What does our Ashoka Stambha say? That truth alone will win. Satyameva Jayate. Truth. Hold on to truth. Practice truth. People don't. And that's why people don't get to it. Some of us get little and we are just happy with it. Hey, you and I have abundance of the universe. Hold on to it. And second, live not by gathering riches for myself. Whatever you do, give away to people. And the more you give, the more you get. You're purifying your mind. Karma yogi, working for other people. And the more you do it, the more you gather. And the more you gather, the more you give. And you know what? There is no shortage. There is no shortage. I will become poor if I give away the 100 rupee. I only have 100 rupee. You know the beauty? Try. I've experienced it again and again and again. Give away that 100 rupee. You will from somewhere get abundance. So the riches are within us. Focus, mindfulness, and very simple. It goes ahead and tells us that is called MTBSR. And MTBSR is mindfulness technique towards removing of all barriers. Let's take up the journey. Bring out that beautiful you with no limit. Remember, the Aladdin Wonderlamp is within you and me. The power of the Guru's blessing, the Divine Mother's grace is within me. Only thing, we have become unconscious of our consciousness. The purpose of the meditation of self-realization is to know who we are. And these are perks, benefits on the journey to self-realization. What happens? That means what? We are taking the journey to gather more riches and become more healthy and beautiful and handsome? No. But they will come. And you know what? It's like I'm craving for chocolate. But if I know my cupboard is filled with chocolate and I have it right next to me, you know what will happen? I will have vairag for chocolate. I know it is there. Just like that, you will know the riches of this universe is yours for you to take and give it away to people. You are the source. Remember, Sankhya Tamam Jnanam Nasti. That knowledge of self is the highest of the knowledge. And Yoga Tamam Valam Nasti. There is no power in the universe of the yoga. This yoga means concentration, attention. Jai Guru.